In this video, I'm going to twist you up like a pretzel. So what we're going to be doing is creating rotation through the entire system while maintaining contact with the inside edge of the foot, which is the root of the foot. So the purpose of this is to create rotation and power through the whole body to power us off. Many people don't know how to rotate through their hips and they're always going into their lower back. So I'm going to teach you how to rotate and feel lots of new muscles loading up. That's going to feel great for your hips and your back. So what you're going to need is wedges or just a rolled up towel for the inside edge of the foot. So I'm going to show with wedges initially, which is all I'm going to do is going to put two wedges together and I'm going to stand on the down slope. So the whole idea is that this down slope is causing me to go into like ankle sprain position, but what I want to do is fight to keep the big toe knuckle, and our inner heel on the wedge at all times, okay? So many times people are very unstable. It's because they can't root their foot. So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to adopt the midfoot stance. So I bend my knee a little bit and I think about nose over toes. So what that looks like from the side here is, again, I bend my knee just a little bit, and instead of being my rib cage behind me, I'm not going to start a run like this. I want to bring my nose over my toes so that I'm more in the front of my foot. So once I adopt that position, I'm going to feel like I'm more springy and ready to go, okay? So if my left leg is forward, I'm going to take my left hand and put it on my right butt cheek, okay? Not on the back of the hand, but you're putting your palm on your butt, if you could reach there. Now my right hand is going to go over here. So like I said, we're twisting like a pretzel. Remember, I want to think about being the front of my foot, so I lean forward, and I'm going to turn my body while dropping this shoulder towards you. So I'm not leaning back, but leaning forward, and I turn. Now many people's head will go that way. We want to kind of counter that motion. So I'm looking straight ahead, and I'm feeling the inside edge of my foot, which will allow me to feel my butt loading here. Okay, so I'm going to show from the different angles in just a sec. So we could kind of go out of it, grab opposite and opposite, and I'm turning and dropping my shoulder and leaning forward and feeling the big toe knuckle and inner heel. If I feel like one thing that will often happen is people will go and they'll snap their knee back. So we got to keep that knee forward. You'll feel your calf working here. Turn, and stay forward like so. Okay, so not head that way. That brings me off balance. I want to be here. Okay, what it looks like from the side. Again, I'm going to bend my knee, bring myself forward. This foot is super light, and I'm turning my body towards the left. Really try to get end range. When you think you're done moving, try to get more intent out of it. I really feel some load here. I even feel my groin working, my hamstrings working, lots of things happening. Don't snap the knee, be forward. And say, can I get even more forward as I do this? One other note to make here is that we really want to command ourselves over the foot that we're turning towards. So when I turn this way, I don't want my head towards the right if my left leg is forward. I'm almost head outside left foot. So that when I take this foot off the ground, nothing moves as a result of me really being centered completely on top of that left foot. Now, one last thing to note here is that if you don't have wedges, you could just put yourself with a bit of your foot, your inside foot on a towel. Again, we want to feel like that kind of pushes us at the outside. And what I'm going to do is fight to keep that in. So I really squash down inside edge of foot, that root, and then I go again. Good, so we can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 around, and then I come back out. So really practice that, and you're going to feel a lot of things working. It really seems or looks simple, but it's quite a workout to maintain this position. If it feels too tough to be on the wedges, then maybe learn to do it off the wedge. But the wedge definitely does add a component of making sure that you're rooted, and it's going to do wonders in terms of finding new sense of balance. Give it a shot.